Okay, Sophie, not making a decision in business, going round and round with things in my head and not making a decision and just overthinking. Okay, so what is the, are you happy to divulge what the decision is? I would love to delve deeper into that. Guys, clients who are watching, Sophie is also doing us a breathing and meditation training at 9 o'clock in the private group. I cannot wait. Straight up pitch. If you want to join and be in the private group, where every day you get training classes, yoga classes, Pilates classes, live Q&A, 20 recipe books, training plan, nutrition plan, daily support, daily Q&A, the shebang, my schedule, my support, Nat's schedule, Nat's support. You can just click the link and join the 5-week plan. You get 2 weeks free at the moment. So you get 7 weeks. 7 weeks of world-class coaching that will have a monumental impact on your life, your fat loss, your family, your health. And you get to keep everything at the end of it. So all the recipe books, they can all be downloaded. So you get to take them. You don't get to keep the group, obviously, because we put brand new stuff in there every day. But yeah, it's online classes every single day. It's ridiculous, guys. It's £14 a week. It's like 1/10 of what a decent PT would charge. Let me know. Sophie, I really want to dig deep on that. But maybe you don't because you haven't posted yet. Or maybe you are just posting. I'll go on anyway. I'll answer that first before I go into PMA, because your guys, me having a personal impact on your guys is always first and foremost. So I would ask yourself this question. If I make that decision, and this goes for anything, guys, by the way, if I make that decision and go full steam ahead, what's the worst thing that could happen? Get pen and paper out to do this. Whatever it is you're thinking about doing, if you do it and give it 1,000,000,000,000% effort, what's the worst that can happen? Okay. Also, make another list of 2 different focuses, 2 columns. Okay. If you make this decision and it goes incredible, what are the benefits? What are the payoffs? Because I would imagine you're almost certainly, this is why I didn't leave certain careers for way longer than I should. Either focusing on what you think you may lose, or this goes for everyone thinking about signing up and joining the plan, by the way, as well. You're either thinking about what you might lose. So very often when we're going to make a big decision, rather than focusing on what we have to gain, so what did I have to gain by leaving Plug? Make my own hours, earn my own money, completely in charge. No one can tell me what to do. No constraints on advertising, no constraints on marketing, no one to pull me down, no one to bully me, no one to just constantly tell me I'm wrong and all those things, okay? What else did I have to lose? The company car, the guaranteed wage, the company laptop, the security, okay? We can focus on 2 things. We can focus on what we have to gain, or we can keep focusing on what we have to lose. Now, in turn, what I had to lose was Sweet FA, okay? It took me out of a toxic environment with people that were just holding me back. It also, when you think about going back to what I said at the start, so when I left to go self-employed, what's the worst thing that could have happened? It didn't work out and I went and got another job at a different club on more money because I got offered a position with 5 times the salary and benefits the day that I left from another club. So there's something that's holding you back, which is why you're overthinking it. Fliss, I guarantee it's the same with you. There's something you're unsure of that's holding you back, which is why you're overthinking it. What then happens here is we start to think worst case scenario, okay? And this is again what this goes into. We're diving straight back into self-belief, aren't we? Okay? You're not doing, both of you are not doing what you want to do because you will be having that self-belief issue where you're thinking, I don't quite believe in myself enough yet. That's bullcrap, okay? Because it doesn't exist, it's created. What your mind is looking for is certainty. So whatever you're thinking about, Fliss, and I'm going to tell you a funny story about Sarah in a minute. Sarah, can you post the link up to your group in the comments of this thread now? And I'm going to bully everyone into liking your group, joining it and sharing it because it's epic. And we'll come on to it. Sarah's groups makes these amazing family trees, best Mother's Day present ever, and they are awesome. Okay, which I'll come on to. What was I saying? So you're focusing on, you're looking for certainty. Certainty that whatever it is you think will work out. This is why when people and ah about joining up to lose weight, joining up to get fitter, joining up to improve their mental health and stop being so freaking down in the dumps all the time. Joining up to gain muscle, joining up to get the bikini body, whatever it is that they are joining up to be. People that are joining up to me to improve their sales and their marketing, my business clients, when they're and ahhing, they are looking for certainty that what they are about to do will be a success, okay? And that doesn't exist until you take action. You cannot find that certainty until you start doing it, start doing the work, start getting the results, build your confidence, get motivated, start progressing, and realize that you are actually going to do what you said you were going to do, okay? That is how you build confidence. That's how you build self-belief. It's not given, okay? I'll give you a massive example here. And I hope it doesn't embarrass her because it's wicked, and apologies in advance if it does. But Sarah, who's got the group, Sarah post the link up. Everyone invite your friends. She said to me last week, this week even, I'm going to wait until I've got a few more photos, and I'm going to wait until I've got this, and I'm going to wait until X, Y, and Z. And I turned round, cover your kids' ears. I says, fuck that. One photo is enough. Start your group now. Get selling. Within an hour, she started a group, she started selling, and now it's flying. She's got 150 people in her group, okay? All she was looking for was certainty that it would be okay. Certainty that it would succeed. Certainty that people would like it. Certainty that people wouldn't laugh at her. Certainty that people wouldn't take the piss. Certainty that people would buy products. And that certainty is only ever created through taking action. So drop it with that I just don't believe in myself bullshit, because that's what it is, okay? That's created. It's not, there aren't people that believe in themselves and people that don't. But if you never take action, you'll never believe in yourself, and you will use it as the mental barrier to stop you doing anything. Oh, I would start, if only I could believe in myself a bit more, I'd leave clubs and start my personal training business, okay? That's just a reason not to leave, okay? And it's the lowest level of fear, and it's normal, and I went through it massively. So don't think it's not normal to do it, but you're afraid of it not being a success, afraid of whatever it is you're thinking about doing, not working out. But the biggest anchor to always go back to me is Sue Critchlow, good morning, let us know where you're from. Paul Joy, say good morning. The biggest anchor to go back with, Dawn Darling, say good morning. When are you joining my plan? I want you on board. I want to have a massive impact on your life. When you're looking for, go back to that anchor. What's the worst thing that can happen? If I quit plug, right, who's buying two? Sarah, you're going to need freaking staff at this point. Look what happens when you step outside your comfort zone. Beautiful things happen. Look what happens when you stay inside your comfort zone. Sweet FA happens. Nothing. Stagnate. Go backwards. Dawn Darling. That's such a cool name. I'd love to be called that. Dawn Darling. I bet you've heard that about 17 million times. It's like I heard Freeman, Hardy and Willis all through school. Anyway, we digress. It's interesting because you charge so cheaply for what you offer. Others charge £900 for 6 weeks with a 1 hour session and a few extras. I wouldn't feel comfortable charging that much. Okay, that comes down to your money mindset. Sophie, I think, let me just read that. I wouldn't feel comfortable charging that much. I think the value route you do is better. I'm not sure exactly what you mean. I'm not 100% sure what you mean. I wouldn't feel comfortable charging that much. Okay, this comes down to whether you believe you are worth it or not. Okay, my business mentoring is £2,000 for 90 days. The people are gifting me the money to pay that. I don't even have to ask them for it by the end of the call. As Adam will back up. Why? Because I believe I'm worth that, and I believe I can get the result. The only reason why, and this will come back into this whole thing here, Sophie, okay? Adam will have made back his £2,000 investment into my business program by the end of next week. Amy's almost made it back in less than 3 weeks, okay? I didn't have any issue asking for that money because I knew I was going to make it back for them. Well, how did I know I was going to make it back to them? Because I am confident in what I'm going to deliver, okay? If you don't believe in what you do, you will feel uncomfortable. There's two options here. If you don't believe in what you do, you will feel uncomfortable asking for the money, okay? Secondly, if I didn't believe that Adam or Amy would have made that money back, then I would have felt uncomfortable asking for the money because there's uncertainty, okay? So you don't want to undervalue yourself. Massively you shouldn't, but I also don't want to overcharge and rule people out. I'm thinking, it is hard. It is hard because you're assuming, Sophie. That's what's going on. Hit this up with me later and me and this will take you up. I'll tell you what, I'll take all the emphasis away from you. I clearly know that you're awesome, and I'll set your price points for you, and then I'll give you the confidence to be able to deliver them. It's as simple as that, okay? We do this in our own thing, in our own lives and in our own businesses, and it very often comes down to our own relationship with money, which we then believe that same relationship to everybody else is, okay? I'll tell you a classic example. You might have, for instance, let's say the business coaching plan, okay? That's £2,000 for 90 days. Someone could inquire, and this happens all the time, and you will experience this as business people. You look at the person's Facebook profile and you think, I don't really think it's even worth us getting on the call because they're not going to be able to afford that. Okay, there's two things happening here. One, you're making a massive assumption. People bought houses. How did they buy their house? They borrowed their money. Why did they buy their house? Because it was important to them. Okay, what you deliver is important. People drive cars that cost them £700, £800, £900 a month. You're asking for less than that to change someone's life. You've got to get to grips with your value and your money mindset, because you are 100%, without a shadow of a doubt, worth it. You're just uncomfortable asking for it because of some assumptions you're making. I've got a training on that. I'll do a bit more for you on that. But yeah, generally, if you're uncomfortable asking for money, it's for one of those two reasons, okay? It's that you either don't believe you can deliver what you're asking for, if so it's not worth it, or it can be the flip side where I've told you this before, and I'm not lying here, this is God's honest truth. I've ghosted a client who was going to pay me £5,000, turned it flat down, and I needed the money. Why? Because I knew I couldn't get a result with him, because I could tell he was a waste of space in the phone call. And it would have just looked bad on me. I wouldn't have got the result. He'd have kicked off. It would have been 90 days of absolute hell, of him not doing anything and making it everyone else's fault, making it my fault, bending my ear every day, not taking action, then looking for excuses. You know, it's sometimes that one. So if you're sensing that, there's a guy, I'm not going to say the name, but there's a guy who keeps inquiring at the moment. He's inquired like 15 times, okay? I will not take him on no matter what he says now, because there's too much indecision. Why is there so much indecision? Because he knows damn well he's not going to do the work. That's why he keeps asking stupid questions like, how much is current offer? What's next plan? Can you do this? Can you do that? What do you actually get with it? What about this? What about that? He's looking for certainty of the result, and he knows he's not going to do the work. That's why he just hasn't done it, okay? When people want you, Sophie, you provide your value, which comes at a price, which is based on your experience and your training. Also, there's something massive here, okay, that I want you guys to take away from this before I come on to 8 minutes of PMA, okay? When you work providing a service, and also people buying from people providing services, I want you to take this home, okay? Now, you may sometimes think, well, let's use what can we use as an example? Let's use a dog groomer as an example, okay? You may think, 80 quid to groom my dog? That's a lot of money. Only takes you 2 hours. Okay, well, go and groom the dog yourself then. Well, I don't know how to do it. Exactly. Why don't you know how to do it? Because you haven't got the skill. You can come in if you want and I'll teach you the skill. I'll teach you how to groom dogs. You'll need to do 8 lessons to start with, get your qualifications and get your insurance, get your premises. Get what I'm saying with this, guys? Again, we get it with people with tracks. If someone's wanting a track mastered, £200, that's a lot of money. Master it yourself then. Go and find someone cheaper to master it for you. Oh, I don't know anyone else. Well, you're stuck then. You're going to have to go and research and find them. But how do I know they'll be good? I know you're good. Well, that's why I'm expensive, because I'm good. Right, it's a lot of money though, isn't it? It's our own money issues in our head, okay? And we also do this thing with, let's say you book someone to design a piece of artwork, okay? And he sends it back to you in half an hour, charges you 500 quid. You love it. I love my Find Yourself logo. Okay, but it only took him an hour. It took him an hour because he's got years of training, years of experience, years of value, years of courses, very expensive equipment, okay? Massive overheads, loads of advertising, which was why you came to him in the first place, okay? We tend to value our own selves on how we value other things. And it all comes down to how you see and you value money and service. But I'll help you with that, Sophie. And Fliss, whatever you need help with, you drop me a message as well. Absolutely, Catherine. That's what people don't realise, okay? People who are paying need to realise that, and people when you're charging, you also need to realise that. But it is generally one of those two reasons, okay? If you don't believe you're worth that, and you can't get the result, then you shouldn't be charging it in the first place, okay? Because it will go wrong. That's why I didn't take the 5k off that guy. Likewise, don't devalue what you do when you know you're providing a valuable service, because 100 people might say no, but then one will say yes. You just need to find more of the one people that say yes. People want what you do, Sophie, and they'll pay for it, I guarantee you. Okay, PMA we're going to come on to really quickly. So I am going to absolutely rattle through these notes, okay? So I recall being told all these things when I was younger. You're thick, you're too small, you're too weak, you can't concentrate, you'll never amount to anything, you're not good enough, you're a waste of space, You'll never make anything of your life, and all those various things. I'm sure many of you have been experienced that and been told them at one point in your life, okay? This, for one period in my life, bred an attitude of failure that went on to affect me for years, okay? Then something happened, okay? I was playing rugby one day, and I was always the smallest, and I was struggling, and I was the weakest, and I used to get the mickey taken out of me, and I was bullied, okay? And abused. And then one day I was playing rugby, and there was a huge, I think I was about 12 or 13. And I was really losing my confidence. I was getting battered, okay? Because I was really small. I was about 8 to 9 stone, but quite quick. And I remember the day, vivid to the day. I was playing for Hitchin Hedgehogs, they were called, a team called Hitchin, in Hertfordshire. And I was playing for the men's third team. And I just kept getting beat up every game. I was world class at Colts level, because everyone was around about the same size or not that much bigger, and was just useless at men's rugby. I just got scared because everyone was bigger, okay? And then one day my granddad said to me, right, the next time, they had a winger, probably 15, 16 stone, the next time he gets the ball and he starts running at you, I just want you to smash him in his knees as hard as you physically can, because the bigger they are, the harder they fall, and he won't run at you like that again once you've done it, okay? And I did it, and I absolutely nailed him, and everything he said was true, okay? The point I'm getting to is you will always believe that you can't do things, and that other people are better, and that other people are bigger, and you will also very often be told this by people in your lives. You know, Sophie, I'm just going to use you again, but no doubt whatever it is you're thinking about doing, you'll have people telling you to not take risks. Be careful. What are you going to do if that doesn't work out? Well, I'll get another fucking job. Okay? But, you know, a negative attitude will always bring negative results. So someone saying you're too small to play rugby will lead to a negative attitude, which will bring negative results. Someone giving you the belief, it works the other way as well. You know, being positive and being strong and taking action, taking risks, doesn't mean you don't still have all of these feelings of what happens if. It just means that you don't allow them to control you. Okay, and you start to develop PMA by you will never get rid of these thoughts, listen to my language very carefully, by replacing them with positive action and positive thoughts until literally there is no space left for negativity. Because thinking that you can't do something, I can't tackle him, he's way too big, okay, will stop you from even trying. Negative thoughts will lead to no action. This will turn to low self-esteem and lack of confidence. And then you will start dropping I just don't believe in myself. I just don't believe I can do it. You know, followed by the kind of, sometimes the lack of self-worth. I actually don't deserve it. James, good morning. Let us know where you're from. Come and join my plan. I want to have a massive impact on your life. And you, Dawn. I want someone called Dawn Darling on my plan by the end of today. So, believe you can achieve anything in life, and you will, but you've got to go and develop that determination and that resilience, okay? And that discipline, and that only comes from taking action, okay? End of. Let's use that example again. I can't tackle him. What's the worst thing that happens when you tackle him? Well, he knocks you over and runs past. Hardly bad, was it? But the fear will prevent you from doing it, okay? You know, anything you can think about, you can achieve. And if somebody else has achieved it before, that is real and actual proof that it's a thing, okay? If someone else can do it, you can do it. And I'm going to leave you with that today, guys. Because every single one of you, no matter what your situation in life, can achieve absolutely anything that you want, okay? Self-belief doesn't exist. Confidence doesn't exist. Motivation doesn't exist. Discipline doesn't exist. None of these things are things, okay? They are things that are created through action. So let's all take action today. Nick, it will be back for playback in 2 minutes. Everyone show love to Mr. Lockerbie, who applied for his masters. We've got a journey here from a guy 6 months ago who didn't want to be on this planet anymore. His words, not mine. And not just a throwaway comment either. Actually didn't want to be here. Now, he's lost 4 stone. He's fit as fuck. He's applied for a master's and got accepted. And he's absolutely winning in every single area of life. Why? Is it because he had self-belief? Did he fuck? Is it because he had confidence? Is it because he had a privileged upbringing? Is it because he had world-class coaching? 100%. But most of all, it's because he took action, okay? And each daily, I'll tell you how Nick's fat loss action started, okay? He was walking around his yard, smoking a cigarette, making a joke out of it, saying, "Morning guys, Nick here. Not really sure how I'm going to do this, but, you know, small steps and that, day one." Charismatic from the outset, and everyone loved him and thought it was hilarious. No doubt, a lot of people will also have thought, "Oh, like he's ever going to achieve it. That's not really very good, is it? Fucking walking around his yard, fucking smoking a cigarette." Tell you what he was doing, he was taking action. That 1 step round the yard was more action than the person not doing it. And then he turned the 1 step into 2 step, the 2 into 4, the 4 into 6. Compound effect took over, and now he's winning in every area of life. Better father, better husband, better person, fitter, healthier, gonna live longer, better career, more purpose. That's the impact that I want to have on you as well. I had that impact on Nick, and I want to do it to as many people as I can. Stop thinking of reasons not to do it. Click the link, join my plan. I want you involved. I want to have an impact, and I'll change your life. Take care, guys. Have an awesome day. Guys, I will literally be live in 2 minutes in the private client group. And then at 9 o'clock, we have the wonderful Sophie Russell, who will be teaching us some amazing breathing exercises and some meditation. Can't wait.